Hi everyone, in Algebra 2B, here are your questions on lesson 96B. Make sure that you watch the video on lesson 97 and post your questions for 97A by tomorrow morning. So for number 19, the first thing that I'm going to recognize is that this arrow right here is going away from the origin 2 spaces down. So remember, that's not going left or right, so that means I have 0.00R, but it is going down 2 spaces, so it'd be 2.00U. And it's going down in the negative direction, so it'd be negative 2.00U. Now, I'm going to create my triangle in the first quadrant. It's going to the right of the origin and going up off the x-axis, so that's going to be positive, positive. To solve for the distance it's going away on the x-axis, I'm going to use cosine, so it'd be 6 times cosine of 67. And then for y, I'm going to use 6 times sine of 67. Now in your calculator, we're going to use 6 times 67 cosine equals, and I would get 2.34. Then 6 times 67 sine equals would be 5.52. Now, again, I said that this is going to the right, so that would be positive 2.34R. And then it's going up off the x-axis would be positive 5.52U. I'm going to add those together. And obviously when you add 0 plus 2.34, it's just going to be 2.34. If I subtract 2 from that, I get 3.52U. And that would be your result for number 19. Now moving on to number 22, what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to distribute this m. And remember that when you do that, you have to distribute to both terms. So that means I'm going to get C is equal to AM plus DM all over P minus RM. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, actually, I can just move this RM to the other side by adding it. So that would be C plus RM equals AM plus DM all over P. Because I'm trying to solve for P, so I'm trying to isolate the P. Now I'm going to cross multiply. So that would be P times C plus RM equals AM plus DM. And then to get the P by itself, you're going to just divide by C plus RM. And that would be your result. AM plus DM over C plus RM. Now moving on, we're going to look at number 23. It's going to be similar to that last one. This one we're solving for A. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to distribute the m again to the numerator. And that would give me C is equal to AM plus DM over P minus RM. Now for this one, since I'm trying to solve for A, I'm going to actually multiply this whole thing by the denominator so we no longer have a fraction. So I'm going to multiply the C times P, so that would be CP. When I multiply this by P, it would just be AM plus DM minus R or PRM. Now I'm trying to solve for A, so I'm going to move everything that doesn't contain an A to one side. I'm going to move everything over. So that would give me CP minus DM plus PRM equals AM. Then to get A by itself, you're going to divide the whole thing by M. M's cancel. Your result is right here. CP minus DM plus PRM all over M. That's your result for number 23. Moving on to number 25, it's a word problem. It says use the relationship PV equals nRT to find the number of moles in a quantity of an ideal gas when the temperature is 673, the pressure is 5, and the volume is 20, R is 0.0821. We are finding the number of moles, so that would be the N. So I'm going to divide both sides by RT. So I have N equals PV over RT. My P is my pressure. They give us that the pressure is 5, so that'd be 5 times the volume, which is 20. Our R is constant, remember, so that would be 0.0821. And then my temperature is 673. Well, you should know that 5 times 20 is 100. So this would be 100 divided by, and I'm going to put this in parentheses, 0.0821 times 673 is equal to 1.81 is your result. Then moving on to number 28, we're converting from inches per hour to kilometers per minute. So I'm going to start by going from inches to centimeters. So that would be 1 inch, then 2.54 centimeters, and then centimeters to meters. So 100 centimeters and 1 meter. Then 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. So meters cancel, centimeters cancel, inches cancel. You're left in kilometers. And then I need to get from hours to minutes. So 1 hour, 60 minutes. And you need to rewrite your answer. So 40 times 2.54 over 100 times 1,000 times 60. And that's all going to be kilometers per minute. And now for number 29, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to solve for A, although we only need to solve for C. So I'm going to start with solving for A using Pythagorean theorem. So it'd be side squared plus side squared equals slant squared. So I have A squared plus 36 equals 64. That would give me A squared equals 28. Square root both sides. If I square root the 28, I get 2 root 7. But that's not one of your answers. I'm just going to use that to solve for C. And I'm going to solve for C using ratio. So I'm going to do A over C, so 2 root 7 over C equals 8 over 12. Slant over slant. Cross multiply would give me 8C equals 12 times 2 root 7. And when I multiply that, I would get 24 root 7, all divided by 8. 8 does go into 24, so C would be equal to 3 root 7. So you had to solve for A in order to solve for C on number 29. And then lastly, number 30, the area of our circle is equal to 30 pi meters squared. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by solving for the radius, because notice how the radius would be half of the length of the side of the square. So to find the area of a circle, we use the equation pi r squared is equal to 100 pi. Now if there's a pi on both sides, they cancel, and if I square root both sides, the radius is equal to 10. Now if my radius is 10, and 2 radii make up the length of the side, that means the length of the side is going to be 20. So the area of the square is just length times width. The length and the width are both 20, which means that the area is going to be 400 meters squared. And that concludes your questions on lesson 96B. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.